host on the lovely Chelladurai Inc show. Audience, if you're not on yet, you better get on. We have a wonderful show this evening. Jordan will be joining us momentarily. But it is April 7th. It is April 7th. Tax day, I believe, is a week from tomorrow, so folks, get those in. CPAs are going to be busy. Well, it's the first week of April, and I'm thrilled, and not thrilled. It's very bittersweet, because baseball season has started, and for our listeners out there, you guys know we're local. We're out here in San Diego, and our Padres could not be any worse, folks. We opened up the series in San Diego for the April 4th, 5th, and 6th of this week, and we not only have we been swept by the Los Angeles Dodgers, we have not scored a run. We have not scored a run in 3 consecutive games. We now hold the record for 27 consecutive innings without scoring a run, which is the Major League record for the beginning of the season of not being able to score a run, which is truly, truly pathetic. I apologize to start the show out on such a bad note, but I've been dying to broadcast baseball because we've been doing college basketball and pro basketball, but I'm a baseball fan, and now that it's back on, I could not be happier. And we start out 0-3, and we can't manufacture one run. So it's very, very unfortunate for us. But we're going to Colorado. Today was a travel day. We're going to Colorado tomorrow. Today we'll play Colorado Rockies for a 3-game stand there. Around the league, as far as baseball goes, today the Red Hot Chicago Cubs, supposed to be the league favorite, up 9-6 over the Arizona Diamondbacks in the bottom of the 6th inning. Angels are beating the Texas Rangers at a score of 3-2. Top of the 7th, Cincinnati Reds beat up on the Philadelphia Phillies. Boy, they're going to have a tough year this year, too. New York Yankees were at home, and they beat up on the Houston Astros at a score of 8-5. Dodgers finally lost, yes, but they lost to a team who I also despise, the San Francisco Giants. Giants were able to take that at home at a score of 12-6. In other news, basketball, pro basketball is getting pretty heavy. Pretty fast. Atlanta Hawks were at home today. They beat up on the Toronto Raptors 95-87. Miami Heat at home. LeBron James and company took on Chicago Bulls and were able to win 106-98. The Phoenix Suns come into Houston and take on the Rockets in a road game and were able to seal the deal. Very high-scoring game, 124-115 in favor of Phoenix. About 8 minutes left currently right now if you guys have League Pass. Or you live in Sacramento or the Minnesota regions. The Minnesota Timberwolves are 92-84 Minnesota. Ooh, Sacramento's going to have a tough year. And then Golden State right now just started the second half, 56-45 in Golden State. Yeah, they're great. I think they have one more, if I'm not mistaken. If they win out, which is about 3 games left, they can actually beat the 95-96 Bulls all-time record of 72-10. They can actually go 73-9. So they are playing the San Antonio Spurs. They are the 2 best teams. It's coming down to a wire, folks. It is coming down to a wire. But in other words, that's it. Football is not really going on right now. Golf. Oh, I will tell you this funny story about golf. If you guys have those ESPN apps, folks, you guys may know Ernie Els, long-time golfer, was actually the number 2 behind Tiger Woods in the late 90s and early 2000s. He was the number 2. He was the guy that was chasing Tiger Woods. Nobody knew about Ernie Els because Tiger Woods took over the golf game. But Ernie was the man right behind Tiger. If there was a number 2 back in the Tiger Woods era, the Tiger Woods reign, it was this man. And let me tell you what, folks, he 6-putted. He 2 feet today. In other words, it took him 6 tries to put the golf ball in the hole from 2 feet out. It's unbelievable. Put in Ernie Els 6-putt. You probably wouldn't even have to put in that, folks. If you guys just put in Ernie Els, Google's going to auto-populate. It's going to say, hey, this guy took 6 times to make it go 2 feet. Anyway, check it out. It was terrible. It was gut wrenching to watch. Just want to make sure if my co-host Jordan Pravin is on. Jordan, are you live, sir?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing?
There you. Oh, we're doing good. We're just doing a little sports update. Jordan, did you see it all? Did you hear about this golfer today? Round 1 of the Masters started today. For those of you guys who don't know, the Masters is the Super Bowl of golf. Really the most prestigious tournament in golf. There was a guy, just telling Jordan, there was a guy today that 6-putted from 2 feet away. 2 feet.
Wow.
It took him 6 tries. Here he is, professional golfer. The guy's amazing. He's been very, very well accredited, well acclaimed golfer 6 times. Anyway, it's really hard to watch.
Sounds like a rough day.
Yeah, it was terrible. Anyway, folks, that's our sports wrapped up. Hopefully I got more to talk to you about next Thursday. Hopefully I tell you that the Pods go on a 6-game winning streak. Don't give your hopes up with that. But I do want to introduce our first guest of the night tonight. Entrepreneur, has a very interesting niche. He has his own, hair product company, but not just any hair product. It is called Beauty is Priceless. Also goes by BIP. B as in boy, I as in ice cream, P as in Peter. Check it out, BIP Hair Distributors. And he is live with us tonight. His name is Ray Peralta. Ray, thanks so much for joining us. You are live on the air, sir.
Hey, thanks, Aaron, for having me here. To introduce BIP to the world.
Of course. So basically, Ray, I would love, because I'm very interested myself into hearing more about this endeavor. You can if you could give us a little background on yourself, how you guys came to be with this company, what you guys do as a company, what you offer, because I do know from the little bit that we have chatted, it's very, very interesting. That's not your typical company,
yeah.
But if you could just the floor is yours for the next few minutes. We just want to introduce yourself and kind of the background on you and your company and what you guys are all about.
Okay, well, we are BIP. It's a family started business. What we do is, we sell authentic quality hair to, those that won't settle for less. BIP prouds ourselves on providing women and men, that want the best hair extensions. That's what we offer to the world. A little background about us, who really founded the company is, our founder, Annette Wealth. She went ahead and, through her life experience of, with being a part of the hair industry, being a woman, she knows what is good. As most women do, they care about their hair, they care about how they feel. And beauty is truly priceless. You can't put a price on how you feel. So we want to let women and men, that do hair extensions to feel their best at all times, that with quality hair that will last. There's a lot of hair out there, hair extensions that, is made of animal hair, yaki hair. And it's not authentic, but point is, we want women to feel the best in real hair. And our hair is from India, actually gifted to us, donated. But we want to show them that being beautiful is definitely something that can be achieved.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just as you speak on it right now, Ray, I'm just looking at your website, and you guys, in all of your hair, I guess all of your hair comes directly from India. Is that correct?
Right. Yes, it's donated hair that were from temples. Donated hair from temples. So it is authentic hair that can be just styled as you would your own hair. It is your hair once you put it in your hair. It's yours. It makes you truly feel like you're wearing your own hair, as opposed to the substitute, the fakes that you can tell it's not good quality. It's cheap. It wears out within a couple of months. Ours, with a proper care, it lasts up to 1 or 2 years. You can dye it. You can do everything you would to normal hair, because it's hair. It's normal hair.
Sure. And again, so there is a prerequisite for you guys. I mean, you guys just don't take any hair, correct? Like if somebody wanted to donate to BIP, would they be able to?
No. We get our specifically donated hair in India that we use to share with the world.
And how did you? It's funny. My co-host Jordan, who's actually on the air right now, he's from India, so he may have a question or two more than I do. But I lost my train of thought. I guess, how did you guys find that niche as far as from India, from the temples? How did you guys go on that route from getting your hair from getting it there versus somewhere else? Is there a backstory behind kind of the temples in India where
you can you can get hair from anywhere in the world, here in the U.S., here in China, but we decided to go with India for certain reasons, and which are something of how can I say this? Put in words. We wanted to get hair that was willing to be given to us, not imitation, not anything less than that. So India was definitely a place where we could get this donated hair, and that's what we did.
Sure. And you guys have been founded in 2009. So you guys are just celebrating your 7th year as a company. Now, if somebody wanted to purchase these hair, is your website the only avenue to take? Are there other ways to, purchase these hair pieces? Right?
Yeah, if you want top of the line things, you go straight to who's giving them to you, and that's what our website can do for you. This is the only place to go, the only place that has it as of this moment. So, to the listeners out there, check us out on our website. So we get that for you.
Folks, again, you guys just joining us. We're talking to entrepreneur Ray Peralta with his, I guess he's in a partnership with somebody else, but with BIP, Beauty is Priceless. You can find him at biphairdistributors.com. Wonderful hair pieces imported from the temples in India, where the hair has been donated. Jordan, did you have any questions at all? Not to put you on the spot, but if you had something for Ray, by all means, it's your floor.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Ray, this is Jordan. How you doing?
Pretty good, Jordan. How about yourself?
Good. Thank you. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting, that you guys have such a connection where, as far as the source of where you guys get your product. And I caught earlier that you said this is a family, initially a family-started business. Was it your parents that started it or relatives?
It might as well have been, my second parents. Definitely, we are family, but, blood or water couldn't make us any closer. We're family, and, this is the founder, which is, Annette Wealth. She actually, this is her, I guess her baby, if you will. But
Sure.
The team helps the baby grow, and BIP is our gift to the world. We want women to feel their best, getting quality hair that lasts. That last keyword last, and it is quality.
Sure.
So the family is definitely taking care of business here.
Definitely.
And Ray, sorry, Jordan, Ray is there again. Do you have a particular role that you partake in with BIP? Do you handle anything specific, or I guess
as far as my company title would be Chief Marketing Officer, but I'm just here to inform you guys on Beauty is Priceless. We are the new hair distributors, and if you don't settle for less, you definitely have to come to the best.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Hey,
now,
this how we
other
live.
than that, Ray, I know you've got some other things in the mix. I know this is your main kind of your main baby, if you will. But I do know you're into some other endeavors that don't need to be spoken about. Not that they're secret, but I know this is your big one. You definitely come from an entrepreneurial. You have an entrepreneurial soul about you. You definitely.
I do.
You're a jack of all trades, and you've got what it is that intangible that makes an entrepreneur an entrepreneur. And I guess some of the questions that Jordan and I ask our guests that come on is, for any aspiring entrepreneurs, today, do you have any insight or advice that really you could speak on that could kind of help these up-and-coming people that are starting their own, businesses or starting their own hobbies to eventually make it more than a hobby? I mean, it sounds like you might be able to weigh in and maybe, I don't know, just kind of, if you had any insight, really.
My biggest, I guess, words of advice would be, it's been said, maybe cliche, but, it's love what you do. Truly love what you do, then, you're not working. You're having fun with, your whole team, whoever you're working with. You'll definitely have fun, and you'll go places in life doing what you love because you really give it your all. You give it your energy and just love everyone around you too. Live in a state of be happy. I mean, everything else comes right after. I promise you.
Sure, that's great. Last question, of course, is another thing that we always ask, Jordan. I don't know how big you are on books at all, if you've read anything recently or years ago. Any real pieces of literature, Ray? Have you read anything that has really kind of resonated with you over the years that kind of had made you, whether it made you more entrepreneurial or made you more, just an all-around better person? Any literature off the top of your head? Any books?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Who Moved My Cheese. A lot of great finance books I feel are a great foundation to being an entrepreneur, because you have to invest money into yourself. And if you aren't financially savvy, that's going to be pretty hard to invest in your dreams and your life work. So I would say, the first, I guess, books I would dig into is, being financially savvy, because, when you're an entrepreneur, you think business, you think, expenses, revenue, everything that come with it. So just the first step would be being financially savvy.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. Jordan, before I let Mr. Ray Peralta of VIP go, did you have any? Do you want to ask anything before we let him go?
No, thanks, Ray. Appreciate you joining us, and we wish you all the best in your endeavors.
Jordan,
Ray,
Aaron, I appreciate you guys for having me on here, and everyone that's listening, thank you for tuning in to these guys. Great show, guys, and hopefully I get to be on here at a different time at a higher place, huh? No, hopefully I will be.
Absolutely. Ray, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
All right, fellas, take it easy.
Folks, again, that was Ray Peralta from VIP Hair Distributors. Check him out online. Beauty is Priceless is actually what it's called. But, yeah, they go by VIP, founded in 2009. Very interesting, Jordan. Very interesting.
That was awesome.
Not exactly, it's not selling cars, but hey, that's really cool. That's really cool. Do check them out, folks. Do check them out. I do have another guest on. Our another guest is ready to go. We've been playing back and forth now for actually a few weeks. I've been trying to get her on, and she is now, and she is a local out of San Diego where we broadcast, folks. She is a singer, and I don't know if she produces as well. I'm going to have her kind of tell her life story. Her name is Sarah Black. Sarah, good evening. You are live.
Hi. Great to finally kind of meet you over the phone. I'm sorry it's taking so long to kind of get this done.
Yes, I know you're very busy with your list of, I know you got a ton of gigs, and you're busy like all of us. I was really fortunate to have you. Me and Jordan are really happy to have you on today.
Awesome.
Sarah, if you can kind of just give like a backstory, if you will, on just a little bit on your background and how you got into music and your passion for it, and kind of where you stand with it today and your future goals. Yeah, so for the next few minutes, you can just have the floor.
Awesome. Okay. So I actually grew up listening to a lot of Motown and gospel music. As a child, my mother always used to play tracks and records of the greats. So you got Aretha Franklin and Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. I listened to all them growing up as a kid. And so I kind of absorbed a lot of the different styles and techniques from them. And I also grew up listening to Whitney Houston perform in all her videos live and all her music. I basically learned how to sing from listening to how she and the other vocalists sang. So I kind of fell in love with gospel and Motown and R&B and all that kind of soul music as a kid. And then I was in multiple choirs, and I trained with a vocal coach for about 4 or 5 years, and kind of pursued music up in Northern California. And then when I came down to Southern California, I connected with a few musicians, and now we're part of a band and we work together. I work with them in a few different other projects throughout San Diego, and so we're just kind of gigging around town. We just finished tracking our debut album, and I'll be working with other musicians as well. So that's kind of what I'm up to these days.
Sure, great. And right now, you are local in San Diego, correct?
Yes, I am in San Diego.
Okay, great. And I'm sorry, Sarah. Right now, you're a solo artist, but you do some collaborations with other solo artists or other groups.
Yes, I am a solo artist. I perform throughout San Diego with different groups of musicians. But okay. I am my resident band, I guess you would say, that I perform with the most frequently is called Abstract, and so I've been with them for about 2 years. So when I'm not doing solo stuff or other projects, then I work with them pretty often.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I don't know if you had just said right now, how many years have you been doing music, Sarah?
Wow, for quite some time. I've been singing for almost all of my life, but pursuing music solely, probably for the past few years, I've been really focusing on honing in on my craft. And I just graduated from UCSD, so after that, I was able to have even more time to kind of focus on pursuing music and the career and all the different things that go along with that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Jordan, anything for Sarah at all you'd care to ask her?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hey Sarah, this is Jordan. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you. So, I just heard right now that you said you graduated from UCSD. Were you studying anything in the musical arts, or was it something different?
I was actually studying human biology. I got my degree in human biology. While I was there, I took a couple music classes. I was in the gospel choir there, and I was part of UCSD's a cappella group, one of the many there, but it's called the one that I was a part of called the Tri-Town. Yeah.
Oh, so it's called what? The Tri-Town?
The Tritones. So yeah.
Tritone. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay, that sounds interesting. Yeah. And did you guys put on you guys would put shows on campus, or did you guys also go off campus?
Yeah, so we performed on campus and all throughout California, actually. We performed in the ICCA's competition, which is the, let me see if I can remember, it's the Intercollegiate Competition for College a cappella. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, wow.
So we performed for that, and that was a pretty big deal. And that's actually how I got to know a lot of musicians in the San Diego music community, is because they heard me perform with that group, and then they invited me to kind of jam with them, go to the jams around town, and play with them. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, if you have any links to where we can see that, that would be awesome. We can share that also with the audience, because I know definitely I'd like to see that, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I can, as far as my band, it's just going to be the link for abstracttheband.com. That's where you can find a lot of stuff on that. So that's for that link, and then my website is actually I'm gonna be releasing my website pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, hey, when it's ready, let us know, and we'll definitely give a shout.
Awesome.
And as far as right now, what's on the radio? I'm a little curious. Trying to see what your style is. What are you listening to? What's playing on your Spotify, on your Pandora?
Right. Let's see. I don't listen to the radio a lot.
That's an even better answer than I was expecting, actually.
Yeah, I don't spend much time listening. I usually will have just my music on my phone, and I'll put the aux cord in. But some of the artists that I'm listening to right now, one of them is Alan Stone. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he is he's an upcoming funk and soul artist, and he's phenomenal. He's really got a great talent.
He
and a
local
great
also?
Sorry?
Is he local from San Diego?
No, he's actually from Washington. But I've also been listening to Andra Day, who is from San Diego, I believe, originally. But yeah, she's got some. I think she may have just released a record. I'm not really sure, but I listened to a little bit.
Yeah, I'll have to check her out.
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry,
I
didn't want to cut either of you off. The first artist you mentioned, Sarah, who did you say he has the funk and the soul?
Yeah, Alan Stone.
Alan Stone.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check him out. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Really
yeah,
good.
Go ahead. What were you guys saying?
Oh, I was just saying. Other than that, I listen. Everyone who knows me knows that I listen to music that's not really from this time period. I listen to a lot of Stevie Wonder's old records.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yeah, and Donny Hathaway and Sam Cooke.
Sure.
A lot of their stuff is all over my iTunes. So.
Definitely. And are you a guitarist also? I think Aaron was, or maybe am I mistaken?
Yeah. So I played guitar for a few years when I was in high school, and I focused mainly on my voice at this point. But I would love to get more into guitar again, and then I also would like to get into piano again. I played piano also as a kid growing up, but
definitely.
I focus more on the voice for right now.
Sure. I mean, that is an instrument, so yeah, I can definitely see that. And, it's never too late to start playing an instrument. I mean, I used to play piano. I was taking lessons, I think, when I was 20, and when I was leaving my instructor's house, there was a lady coming in who was 84 years old, and she just picked up the piano. So it's never too late for anybody.
That's so cool.
Yeah, but that sounds awesome, and I think it sounds like you have a pretty good path that you're walking, and we definitely hope that you reach the levels that you hope to attain, and maybe even we can get a studio session in sometime.
Yeah, definitely, that'd be awesome. I totally would be down to come into the studio and kind of check it out, finally meet you guys. That'd be really cool.
Sure. We'll work on that, definitely.
Yes, that would be excellent, Sarah. We're always looking for a collaborative. Well, we really, Jordan and I really struggle with really trying to find the right female, because, I mean, we're obviously both guys, and we have some other guys that come and collaborate with us, but we haven't really dealt with too many women as far as collaborating on music. So we would love it, because it gives a certain element. When you have two guys that rap and sing and produce music, it's good to bring in a female, and it just
different perspective.
The contrast is great.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, Sarah,
we can. What we can do is we can send. Yeah, Aaron, I was just going to say we could send one of the last tracks off of Progressive Regressions. Maybe you could shoot Sarah the link for maybe waiting for you to, then Sarah could get an idea of kind of, the sound that we have. That's where we brought a female singer into the studio to, take care of the hook on that. So and that came out to be a pretty, one hook and one verse she did on that song, and it came out to be pretty solid. So yeah, we'll definitely get the link over to you.
Yeah, definitely send it over. That'd be awesome.
Sure.
I'd love to see it or hear it.
I'll do that. Yeah, and I'll actually send you the YouTube link too, because we do have like an interpretive music video that went with it. It's not us in it.
Cool.
It's other actors. It's really cool.
Awesome. When did you guys do that? When did you release it?
We worked on that actually. We just started actually a year ago. Right around this time, Jordan, about beginning of April of last year.
Yeah, so when we started the project, it was about April, and I think that song might have been recorded, I want to say sometime over the summer, maybe June, July.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we did it with Rachel, and Rachel left for school September 1st, and it was literally like the week before, actually. So yeah, it was in the last week of August.
Okay. Nice.
But yeah, Sarah, we'll definitely shoot that over. Thank you so much for finally jumping on and kind of sharing your story and doing what you do. I'll look up. Is your band Abstract? Can they be found? How can they be found?
Yeah, so we're on Instagram and we're on Facebook and we have our website. We're also on Twitter. When you're looking us up, though, we spell Abstract with a CK at the end instead of a CT. And so if you're trying to find us, make sure that you're spelling it with the CK. And look up
I like
Abstract.
that. Abstract.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, wonderful. Thank you so much, Jordan. Any last words for Miss Sarah Black before we let her go?
No, thank you, Sarah. We appreciate you joining us on the show, and definitely hope to connect sometime soon.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds good. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely, Sarah. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure, and I will send you the link, and we'll definitely hook up.
Sounds good. Awesome.
All right. Thanks so much, Sarah.
All right. Have a great night, guys.
You too. Folks, you guys just joining us, that was singer, I guess not a producer so much, but singer Sarah Black. Check her out on Instagram, Sarah, S-A-R-A-H, Black, B-L-A-C-K, and her group Abstract, with a C-K, folks, not abstract, like Picasso's art, but Abstract, A-B-S-T-R-A-C-K. It's a good group. I truly don't know if it's a good group, but she sounds wonderful. She sounds like she knows what she's doing. Jordan, we really hit the head on the hammer today as far as guests. We had a great entrepreneurial spotlight.
Awesome show.
Absolutely. Great. Mr. Peralta blessed us with his BIP hair distributions. And Miss Sarah Black, local San Diego musicians. What can I say? I love it. I love having people on like that, especially San Diego musicians, because, we're local San Diego artists, and we're a dying breed out here. We're a dying breed. I mean, there's a ton of people out here that do music. They're a dime a dozen. But there's not too many sick people out here in San Diego that really, have some good music. So I'm sure she's wonderful. Folks, again, check her out. That was Sarah Black. Jordan, I can kind of turn it over to you right now. And if you had anything particular, any material you'd like to discuss over the next few minutes,
yeah,
it's all you, brother.
I thought maybe it would be a good time to kind of talk about what you and me, what you've been reading. Well, what's on your list this week?
The list this week. Well, you know what? I talked about it a few weeks ago, and I've not gotten to it. But I have talked about it before, and I'm just now reading it. It's actually a book that you gave to me. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I know you're going to kill me, Jordan. I have not started it yet. I know it's gold. But Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I can't really endorse it yet because I have not read it. However, Jordan has read it, and anything Jordan reads, I read. So I can go ahead and confidently endorse the book that I have not read yet, folks, titled Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That is next on my list. And I promise
that's a solid
by
one.
next Thursday, I'm going to be halfway through with that book. Halfway through.
I'm sure you'll even finish it, because I know last time you read Brian Tracy's, I even have it on me. Let me take a look. Be a Sales Superstar. You read that in 2 nights, I think, right? 1 or 2 nights.
Yeah.
You read the entire book, and that's not a small book. That's a decent-sized book.
Yeah, great book. Easy read. I think it was about 144 pages. I don't even know how I remember that number to be so exact, but it was 144 pages. And also, to go with that, The Psychology of Selling, which kind of goes hand in hand with Brian Tracy's How to Be a Sales Superstar. Great read, must read. That was his kind of bread and butter book that he came out with for anybody in the sales game, for anybody that's been in sales for 20, 30, 40 years, or people that aspire to be a salesman. I highly, highly recommend reading that book. Again, Brian Tracy, BrianTracy, no E. Brian Tracy, The Psychology of Selling. I'd read that first, and then How to Be a Sales Superstar, or either way, it doesn't matter. It's all great information. But I
just want to say, Aaron, you were dead on with that page 144. So good memory on that. I'm looking at it right now. It's in my hands.
Are you looking at it right now? That's so funny.
Yeah, it's in my hands right now.
and actually, on that note, I'm looking at it right now. I've read it before, but I'm going to actually reread it, and I never reread books, folks. But the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. I mean, that's huge. I don't care if you're 5. I mean, a 5-year-old wouldn't be able to read it, but I don't care if you're 10 or you're 90. It's it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It benefits you in your professional life. It'll benefit you in your personal life. It's a great all around great book, and it's all about application, really. I mean, anybody can read. Most people can read. Most people can retain, but you really need to be able to apply everything that you learn. I'm just going to stop there. Just application to life is really great, and I can actually vouch for the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That's a wonderful book, and I'm just going to reread it just because it's a pleasure to read. Did you have anything right now, Jordan, that you were on the verge of either starting to read or about to start reading?
It's funny. I have one actually from last week. Last week's show, Niels. He was last week, right, from Denmark. Niels Ribe. He talked about Start With Why by Simon Sinek. I ended up going through that, actually. And, quick review on that one, because I have another one which caught my attention way more than Start With Why. But Start With Why was an excellent book. I mean, just for the major, quick kind of summary, main thesis, premise kind of a, big idea to share with everyone. Start With Why is basically saying that, sharing with everyone the idea that when you have a company or an organization, we're not in this to make money. Understand that first. Making money is simply an effect. It's a result. But that's not why you were doing something. Apple did not go into making iPhones, iPods, iPads, whatever else, iMacs, everything. They didn't do that solely to make money. The money was a byproduct of their why. So, I mean, he does an excellent job of going in depth as far as finding a why in everything that you do. Even if you are an employee of a larger organization, you can still have a why. Even if you're sitting at the front desk answering phones all day, there's still, if you have the feeling and you share the vision of the why, then, it tells in the rest of your actions and your activity. That would Start With Why, but the big one, I want to get this, I know we're about to end real soon, but Extreme Ownership, How U.S. Navy SEALs Lead and Win. I know this is the second Navy SEAL review we've done by Jocko Willink and Leif Babin. This one was just unreal. Actually, I've gone through this one twice, and I'm kind of cheating because these are audiobooks. So I'm playing them while I'm driving around. So I'm not actually reading these, but I'm listening to them. But Extreme Ownership was unreal. I mean, when you talk about high-pressure situations, you, me, and everybody who is not in the military doesn't know what a high-pressure situation is. I mean, they are some of the situations which have been shared from this book. They had to alter things, but I mean, you're in Iraq, in the city with the highest activity of insurgents, sniper insurgents, shooting military personnel, picking them off one by one, and while you're trying to defend your country, you're fellow soldiers. You're in an urban environment in the middle of a war with explosives going off, multiple things going wrong, guys falling through roofs 20 feet down while you're exposed on rooftops. The number one thing out of that book is prioritize and execute. Prioritize and execute. If you have 100 things on your plate today, wake up and prioritize and execute. If you can just stick with that. And this is coming from high-level Navy SEALs. American Sniper was on the squad with both these guys. I think it was Jocko. I forgot his name. The one who the Limitless guy played on American Sniper, he was a part of this team. So there was a situation where he was on a rooftop looking into another building, said he saw a shadow holding a gun with a scope. Should he pull the trigger? He waited. There was a high-tension situation. Another Army commander was saying, that's not us in the building. Go ahead and shoot that guy. But at the same time, you don't know if you're pulling the trigger, you're going to shoot another fellow troop because you don't know who's in that building. It's a mess. They don't have addresses in Iraq. It's all just rubble and just rundown buildings. Finally, through a process of elimination, after refusing to take the shot, they found out that, in fact, those were U.S. troops in that building. So, again, I mean, high-pressure situations, ones that we don't face here, but the element that U.S. Navy SEALs are using is prioritize and execute. So, I mean, sorry to go on a little rant with that one, but that one really just kind of caught my attention hard this week.
Yeah, Jordan, that sounds wonderful. And this is all on the book Extreme Ownership, correct?
Yep.
And, you know, it's funny because actually that's a book that I actually saw with you in Barnes & Noble about a month ago.
Yeah. This is that one, yeah.
Great. So I'll read that one next. I wish I could retain more auditorily, I guess is the word. I'm a very visual learner. I'm not an audio learner. But, yeah, you seem to really retain a lot of these books, and they're better, right? It's better, and it's less. I'll tell you one thing.
You don't need to pay attention. You know, that's kind of a secret with the audio books. You don't have to pay attention because you can go back and play it again. So when I'm in the shower, when I'm making my dinner, when I'm making my lunch, when I'm driving my car, when I'm in the grocery store, I have headphones in and I'm listening to this. You don't even need to pay attention. You can still be doing what you're doing and let this just play in the background, because whatever is going on in the background, 99% of the time, is probably not as important as some kind of
sure.
Knowledge. So.
Sorry, Jordan, I don't want to cut you short. I got about 60 seconds. We gotta end this show, but
sure.
Check that out. Extreme Ownership, folks. Stay on your game this week. I know it's Thursday. It's the end of the week. I want everybody to have a wonderful weekend. Tomorrow is Friday. We'll be back next week. Already got 2 people lined up for next week. Hopefully they don't flake, because, you know, we do have them call in, and it's kind of a, kind of have to do a little bit of a relying on some people. But we do have a great show for you guys next week. Thank you guys so much again for tuning into the Chelladurai Inc. show. I'm your host, Aaron Trilling, along with my co-host, Jordan Pravin Phillips. Be on the lookout for the David Capel Project. Don't have a title for that yet. Running out of time. Keep that head high, that middle finger higher, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Take care.